Hey, 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 and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a book review, and this time we're going to be talking about the book Going Zero by Anthony Mccarten. So, well, let's go ahead and read the not the back. Since this is a hardcover, we're going to read the inside book cover, and then we will talk about the book a little bit. 2 hours to vanish. 10 Americans have been carefully selected to beta test a groundbreaking piece of spyware. Pioneered by tech wunderkind Cy Baxter in collaboration with the CIA, Fusion can track anyone on Earth. But does it work? One chance to escape. Each participant is given 2 hours to go zero, to go off-grid and disappear, and then 30 days to elude the highly sophisticated capture teams sent to find them. Any Zero who beats Fusion will receive $3 million. If Cy's system prevails, he wins a $90 billion government contract to revolutionize surveillance forever. Zero alternatives. For one contestant, an unassuming Boston librarian named Caitlin Day, the stakes are far higher than money, and her reasons for entering the test are more personal than anyone imagines. Caitlin needs to win as badly as Cy needs to realize his own ambitions. They have no choice but to finish the game, and when the timer hits zero, there will only be one winner. So, as I always say with my book reviews, this book review, I'm not going to get super specific and like into everything. I am working on a blog review, which I will go more in depth. So that is over on my website, beautifullyfearless.com. I think is my website. It's in the description box of every video. But that has a link to my blog where I post more in-depth book reviews and reviews of like TV show, whatever I want to review. It's not just reviews, but it has been lately. It's been a lot of them. So I picked up this book like last year for the adult reading program at our local library, because you had to pick a book with like a number in the title, and so I saw Going Zero, and it was fairly new. This book just came out in 2023. Let's see, it has 295 pages. The chapters are a little weird, so they're not really numbered. I mean, I suppose you could go through and like actually count them, but it's basically like a countdown. So you have 1 day and 20 hours, and then when the book, let's see, like it has like phase 1, and then you have 7 days before it goes zero, 7 days later, 20 minutes before it goes zero. Like it has, more of a timeline for you. So I think that's cool. It's just the chapters aren't numbered, so I didn't write down how many chapters there are, but there's almost 300 pages. I have to say, this book absolutely blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. It's not something I would have ordinarily picked up. It's absolutely not something that, I like dark romances. I don't want to say true crime, but I like murder mysteries. I like horror fiction. I kind of err on like crime fiction, that kind of stuff. Mysteries, thrillers, romance, romantasy, fantasy, all of that good stuff. This is absolutely not a novel that I would have picked up if it had not been for the library, the scavenger hunt thing, or the bingo. It was a square and a bingo card, I think. But I read, the inside book cover, and I was like, wow, this actually, looks kind of good. It's kind of a, a thriller for sure. It's a very, very good book. I absolutely highly recommend it. I think I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. 5 stars is just very, very hard to reach. I would even go as far as to say 4.5 out of 5 stars, but it's very, very good. There is there is mention of sex in here. There's like 1 or 2 particular scenes that might get kind of graphic, but for the most part, there's nothing. And I have to say, it does not go the way that you think it's going to go. Once you find out more about Caitlin and why she's doing it, like the whole book, I feel like, and I don't know if I can say this because I don't want to ruin it, so maybe I shouldn't say it, but the more you find out about her, the more you sympathize with her reason about why she's doing it. And I have to say, one thing I will say is that, when Cy first got his attention on Caitlin, because she's this unassuming librarian, right? Like, she's a librarian. So he's like, of course she's going to be like the first to get caught. Like she's going to be the first. Like she should be the easiest. And she ends up eluding him quite a ways into the contest. And it's baffling. It's so funny. And I have to say, you know, Sai is dating one of his cohorts at Fusion. Like they work together. They've been together for like 15 years. I don't want to say she's like his assistant. She's not like under him, but she's definitely at an equal level. Not necessarily the owner of the company, but you know what I mean. Like she's a higher up in her own right. But I actually, like, throughout most of the book, I was sitting here like, I bet you, of course, I like romance novels, right? So I'm sitting here, he's getting frustrated because his teams keep missing her, like just missing her or can't capturing her. They think they're going to get her and they don't. And on different instances. And in my mind, I was like, you know, this is going to end when they're going to meet and he's going to be like, I'm just really impressed. Like, I can't believe you eluded me. And then they're going to like get together, right? And she's going to help him with this project and, you know, expand the project, make it better, whatever. I will tell you, it does not end that way. That's what I thought. That's where my mind went. That's not how it goes. It does have twists and turns, but it also doesn't. And I will say there are 10 participants. It does follow all 10. Whether they are captured, you know, pretty quickly into the challenge or later on in the challenge. And most of them have different, in fact, every single one of them has a different style of going zero. And they take like a different route to avoid detection. And it's very interesting to read about. There are some things mentioned, especially, you know, when you're talking about the CIA and surveillance, there are things that Sai and his company like invent that is absolutely terrifying. And I don't want to ruin it for you, but when you get there, you know, you know, and it's absolutely terrifying, the thought that, you know, we as the public, by the time we learn about a new technology or a new thing, it's been there for years. You know, by the time the internet became popular, they'd had it for quite a few years, right? And they had been using it. You know, so whatever technology gets trickled down to the public has been existing like within the government, or they've had and been used, whatever, right, at a super high level for a long time. Which I think we can all acknowledge that we know that the government keeps secrets from us and they're not fully transparent with that kind of thing. That's not always a bad thing, but, you know, with the CIA and surveillance, you know, and there was a big thing about them listening on your phones or listening to phone conversations, and that was a thing. And I'm not going to say whether I believe that or disbelieve it. I don't know. There's evidence that you can look and find evidence either way. I believe there's probably more evidence that they were listening, just because what evidence would there be that they're not, that they say that they're not, you know, people who believe in it's probably a conspiracy theory that the CIA was listening to conversations. They just have posted more stuff, but that's a whole rabbit hole you can probably go down. I haven't particularly gone down that one, but, you know, and I think we also know that if you have a smartphone, it does listen to you on a certain level. And I don't want to say it records you, but it does listen to you. So obviously I believe it's from this is getting off in a whole nother direction, but most of this technology is to enhance our lives, to make our lives easier, right? So like if you say something around your smartphone, like, man, I really need a new lawnmower, right? Because your lawnmower is just crap. Then your phone might, you know, you might see ads for a lawnmower. The problem is that these ads are from companies that have paid to be sponsored, so it's not like the best option. You know, it's not like the phone's like, well, here's the best option for you in your area or for your needs or whatever. But with that said, that's a whole nother rabbit hole y'all can go down, and you know, whether you have your beliefs or not. That's not what I'm saying, but it involves the CIA, and we all know, you know, about those issues that CIA has had with people complaining about that kind of thing. And there's definitely issues in this book. I mean, they're testing new technology. It's supposed to be able to track you, like, wherever you go. And we're not talking just like your cell phone. We're not talking you can just ditch your cell phone. We're talking like security cameras. We're talking in security cameras or cameras that are like on stoplights or, you know, traffic cameras that not just track your face, but they track your gait, the way that you walk. They track your body mass, the way your body looks, to see if it's a match. There's some pretty high technology talked about in this book, and I don't know what Anthony Mccarten, I don't know what he does. A New Zealand-born screenwriter, playwright, novelist, and journalist. but he has, his screen credits include The Theory of Everything, Darkest Hour, The Two Popes, Bohemian Rhapsody, and I Want to Dance with Somebody. That's kind of weird. Oh, it says will adapt Going Zero for the screen. That's pretty cool. I definitely, and he doesn't look as old as what you would think either. This is a pretty young dude. I don't know why, like, you think of authors and you think of like older dudes with like graying hair and you know that look, like that pipe with like the vest on. I don't know. Anyway, I do think this will be a great movie, and we'll definitely see it when it comes out, TV show, movie, whatever. I really enjoyed this. It was hard to read in some areas just because it got a little monotonous, a little long. I don't want to say wordy, but once you get into it and once you're like invested in the characters and I think the plot is absolutely fantastic. I think, you know, having 10 people try to compete and see if they can elude, well, they're not actually competing, but, you know, whoever eludes the capture teams, whatever I can say, for the 30 days, will get $3 million. I thought it was like the one person remaining, or like the first one to do it, but it's you know, it's whoever gets there receives $3 million, $3,000, $3 million, whatever I said, $3 million. I think that's a great idea. Like, I just think it's super creative. I've not read a book like this before. I have to say it's very action packed. I don't want to say it moves quickly, but it does. Once things really get to moving in the book, things do kind of start going rather quickly. But like I said, the chapters have like the timeline, so you kind of know the closer you're getting to like the end of the Go Zero challenge. And I think it reminds me of the show 24, where it would say like, you know, the date, the time, or like between this time and this time or whatever. This is a very good book. A very good book. Very, I want to say, educational. There's a lot of things about technology that are a little frightening and a little off-putting, and it's kind of like that. You know, if the CIA could really do that, or if any government in the world could really do that, that's horrifying. And like I said, I'm not saying that it's real technology or not. I'm just saying that what I'm saying is that if an author can come up with it, then I'm sure, like, you know, neuroscientists and people, you know, high up in the government and intelligence, and the people that literally study technology and how to improve it and are coming up with new things and inventing new things, I'm sure that they could come up with stuff like that too. So if one of us mere writers can come up with it, so can governments. So, but, and I'm not going to say what happens, but this is a very good book. I believe I found it on Amazon for like $12, so I will link this in the description box, as well as everything that I use on my face for my makeup. Some of these will have Amazon affiliate links, which do pay me if you use them to purchase anything, but it's a great way to support my channel and to get some good products while you're at it. Like I said, it's not a super expensive book. I think it was the same price for the hardcover and for the paperback. I'm not completely sure. Sometimes Amazon does sales where the hardcover and paperback are the same price, and then they kind of go back, or they change. You know, things on Amazon can change very, very quickly. So, but yes, I do highly recommend this book. Whether you are into this kind of thing or not, I think if you're into reality shows, this is going to be a book you might actually really get into. Like, really get into. It's not something I would have ordinarily picked up, but I'm so thankful and glad that I did. It's very eye-opening on a lot of levels. And yeah, like I fully intend on buying this. I would read it again, but it's also, you know, once you've read a murder mystery, you have to wait a really long time before you read it again, so that you can kind of forget what happened, you know, so that you can like be surprised again, because you can never read a book like the first time again. So unless it's been so long, you're like, I'm not even sure if I've read this book. But even then, when you're reading it, you're going to be like, I think I might remember this. But it's pretty well written. Like, everything, the characters are very well developed. They are they're very good. This is a great book. I'm going to give it 4 to 4.5 out of 5 stars. I do highly recommend, and I will include an Amazon link in the description box below. If you want to grab this book for yourself. Let me know if you have read this, what you think of it, whether you like it or don't like it. either way, I want to know what you think. I'm really curious about that. If you are wanting a more in-depth review, I am working on a book review over on my blog. Hopefully by the time y'all see this, it will be posted. If it's not posted, I am working on it. Trust that I listen. It takes me a little bit longer on book reviews because I want to make sure I include everything that I want to include, because I post it and then I don't look at it again. Like, I don't go back to it. So I like to take my time with it and make sure that the review says everything that I want to say, because I won't go back in there. So yeah, let me know what you think, because I'm really curious. I really enjoyed it. And it's, you know, it's outside of my norm. So it's always good to kind of, you know, not read a romance novel. Of course I say that, and what will I go pick up? A romance novel. Romance novel. So let me know all the things in the comments below. And don't forget to go follow me over on the Instagram. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video, because you never know what kind of content is gonna, what kind of content's gonna pop up over here on this channel. Not me forgetting my outro. I love y'all so much. I thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.